have the right information, they're trying to protect people. No one's going to be interested if you shove it down their throat.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't show empathy and understanding and compassion for the other side and show interest about what's happening, what doesn't happen in survival mode when they are in a state of fight, flight, fawn or freeze because they feel threatened by your viewpoint? So let's picture this. What happens when you're parasympathetic, your safety nervous system gets switched off because it believes a tiger is chasing you? What do you not need when a tiger is chasing you?
Everything else. Yeah.
Your digestive system, learning. Your learning system gets shut off. So if you're in a conversation, even if you're right, and that person looks like they are in fight, fawn, or freeze, de-escalate, because they are going to learn nothing.
Okay.
Stay in your safety. Sit back in your body. And that goes for anything that you see in the media. If you start to feel inflamed, if you start to feel really scared, if you start to feel really angry, that's a conversation you need to shut down, get out of, and get the information with a hot cup of tea in your hand. Recognize, find ways with tapping to get your body into a sense of safety. Then look at both sides of the story. Then look at the information. If you're feeling inflamed by the media, I guarantee you it's doing it for a reason. It wants a certain reaction out of you these days. You know,
so this was my next
independent journalism for sure.
So this was my next question, to explore the dark side of the resistance to. Okay, so we've seen the governments around the world, big corporate companies long before COVID, frankly, just power structures, corporate power structures, government structures, and of course the media hype people up into a sense of fear, and then the protector takes over, and then they're able to steer them, and so on that we've described. But then when you look at the resistance to that, so the pro-freedom groups, some of the pages that people have come to rely on throughout the craziness of the media saying fear-mongering, there's been other people on the other side saying, no, that's crazy. But now as everything's calmed down a bit, I've noticed some of those freedom or other alternative pages, they're leaning into fear still now, and they're hyping people up. It's about to get really bad. They're about to do another lockdown as soon as Daniel Andrews wins, and they're just talking crap. And I see them doing the same thing as the government and the media.
Yeah.
And so I think it's pretty obvious that they're leaning into the same sins, shall we say, of steering and manipulating people, but for their own agenda, which might be a better agenda. The agenda of freedom and liberty might be a better agenda, but you're still using fear and so on to get there.
The way that we get out of this is to find people and expect them to be human, and expect them to have parts that you don't like. Because then you can respect that there are parts that you can learn from. But if you look to someone to be your hero and to mimic them and to copy them and allow them to lead you, we're getting into pop psychology again, where you're taking a new age phenomenon and being led by it. I don't want you to be led by anything. I want you to go inside and find the curiosity about the messages that are there